What is going on, guys? My name is Noonan, and today I'm bringing you another Super Senso guide video. Today we'll be going over the Reaper Senso. Personally, my all-time favorite Senso in the game right now. Now, the Reaper is a very interesting Senso, so let's go ahead and jump right into what makes him good, what makes him bad, his stats, pros, cons, how he should be played, and ways to play against them. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Starting off with Reaper, he has a little bit higher base health. His attack is not too bad, a little bit mid-range to the higher end side, 3 charge, which is very standard for every Senso, 4 movement, which is higher than most others, so he has very, very high mobility, which makes him very, very dangerous because of his passive, and we'll go over that in just a second. His range is 1, so therefore he is a melee unit, and he has 1 armor, which is very, very interesting and why he is essentially very powerful right now and probably easily top tier amongst all of the Sensos right now. So let's go ahead and go into his passive ability. His passive ability is very interesting and why I like playing him so much. His passive ability kind of makes him an assassin. So if you use your Reaper, you move him and you attack an enemy, and that enemy dies, Reaper is then reset for an additional action. So what that means is if you kill 1 unit, if your attack hits and it kills the unit, you can move a second time and you can attack a second time. Now this makes Reaper a very dangerous unit to approach on because essentially he can take out multiple units in a single turn and rack up a lot of energy very, very quickly. So going over the ways he should be played is he should be played like an assassin. Don't have him going in, running in the front lines. Basically what you want to do is, I'll just go ahead and show you guys my main deck, and basically I pair him with stuff like a sapper for AoE damage to get enemies if not very low, or to some moderate damage. Same thing with the mortar. The mortar allows me to hit multiple enemies and get their health a little bit lower. So with these 2 units, though they may not one-shot an enemy, it gets them low. And when they're low, I can come in now with my Reaper and essentially kill 2 units, which is very, very strong. So if you can pair this up, get some good combos and some good lineups with Reaper, you can come in hot and kill the enemy's units, multiple of them in a single turn, which is really nice because you rack up energy and you get a stronger strike at the end of your turn, which makes them very dangerous and very tough to deal with sometimes. But where Reaper starts to fall off is if you play this character very aggressive, which you can, it is viable, but if you play him over aggressive and you get some bad positioning, he can get caught off guard and essentially killed very quickly. So with Reaper, you gotta go ahead and play his passive very, very smart. If you're going to go in, you're going to kill a unit, make sure, you know, there's no other units around it, and you're kind of in the clear, and you're clearing out the playing board. So, if you kill multiple units, that's fine, you rack up some energy, but if you're leaving other units on the battlefield, such as, that they can come in and hit your Reaper next turn, Reaper could easily be taken out in a single turn if you go in too deep with him. So what I suggest sometimes, or what I often do, is sometimes I won't always use his passive to his full potential. I'll go in, I'll kill a single unit, and I'll use my second turn to move to go ahead and recall my Reaper. So he gets in and he gets out. Therefore, you know, playing like an assassin, which makes him very, very good because he can come in and he can kind of go back to his original positioning and stay safe for most of the game. So once again, he's a very interesting card because you can kind of make hybrid decks that are kind of hyper aggressive. Oh my god, I can't even talk. But and then kind of passive decks as well, a little bit more defensive. So he's very versatile, and that's why he's easily top tier right now because he has ton of map coverage. He can get across the map very easily. He can kill multiple units, but like I said, if you don't know how to play him well, or you don't have good map positioning, or you get caught off guard, he starts to fall apart very, very quickly. So people who like to get greedy and overextend will tend to see, you know, some tough times with Reaper because, you know, they're going into places where they shouldn't be. Like I said, if you're going to use Reaper and you can utilize his passive, go in, make sure you're going to get the kill, and make sure there's nothing left around you to kind of take you out the next turn. So other cards that pair good with him, like I said, Sapper works really well because you get the AoE damage, you get them low, you finish them off with the Reaper. Mortar, essentially the same thing. We got Boomer for armor shred, and then Ranger good as well. Ranger sometimes will one-shot a lot of units, but it's also good to have maybe one in the back lines to essentially get that extra unit low, so that way you can utilize the Reaper's passive. So, utilizing some good AoE cards with moderate damage, maybe not super high damage, but just enough to get the Reaper in, to get the kills, and do what he has to do, and get on out of there. But other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you've enjoyed, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. But, as I always say, guys, have fun while you're playing Super Senso.